Good morning, Seattle. Happy Sunday here at Emerald City Comic Con. I'm Mike Avila with SYFY WIRE, and today I am joined by Star Wars super collector and the founder of the Star Wars Collectors Archive, Gus Lopez.
Hey, thank you guys for having me on.
I was looking forward to this because, one, I'm an uber Star Wars nerd, like probably all of us here are, and you were really at the forefront of the Star Wars collecting boom. You were one of those smart people way back in the late 70s that said, wow, there could be something here.
Yeah.
And you started, gathering stuff up. Did you start your collecting with the toys like the rest of us did?
Yeah, I mean, in the late 70s when the film came out, and as I was a kid, and I kept all my toys, and I tried to keep them in good condition, but it really wasn't until the early 90s that in earnest I was like seriously looking at as collectibles, because then it was just toys. It was just, we all bought them because we loved them, but I had some foresight of like, oh, these are cool to keep, and I want to not destroy them, and I kept the boxes and so on. So yeah, but it wasn't until the 90s that I got really actively into treating it more seriously.
And that was a dead period for Star Wars. There were no movies. You had the novels.
Yeah.
The expanded universe was coming into play.
Yeah.
But it was really a downtime for the franchise.
That's right.
In hindsight, that probably helped you find a lot of really great stuff.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, especially when sort of the generation who grew up with Star Wars was getting back into it. It was really the first time that you had a generation of collectors in any kind of collecting genre where you could network internationally through like internet forums and so on. And so it was really powerful as we started to get into it, the information that we obtained, the things we were able to find. And also it really wasn't until like the mid to late 90s that collecting really took off in Star Wars. So there was a bunch of years where we had a huge edge where it wasn't mainstream yet, and it really built a lot of that foundation that a lot of collectors from that era are still collectors today and are like the big known collectors who've researched and uncovered a lot of interesting stuff.
What was your first big score outside of the toy area?
Outside the toy area? I mean, one of the first ones was in 1998. I went to Tunisia where they filmed several of the Star Wars movies, but they filmed the first movie. And I went there just to visit the sets and see the locations, but that they had left set dressing and props behind was like this huge shock. And so I ended up coming home with movie props from Star Wars that they had just left in the desert. So that
20 years later?
20 years later, yeah.
They were just sitting there.
Like the skeleton that's behind like 3PO's in the desert, the Krayt Dragon skeleton. There were huge pieces of fiberglass bone they had left in the sand dunes there. And so I was like, wow, like that stuff is
sitting. You picked up one of those pieces?
Oh yeah, totally. Picked up several pieces of that.
Now that's funny. One of your collecting brethren, Steve Sansweet, the guy behind Rancho Obi-Wan, has, I think, part of the head skeleton of the Krayt Dragon there. So did you guys all decide to take a trip to Tunisia to try to scavenge props?
Yeah, I gave, before Steve had any pieces, I got him a couple that from my first trip, and then another fan also got him some pieces. So he got them from us. Steve's never been there, but he got them from other collectors. And I got him a couple pieces.